Chris.
All right, kind of zoned out there for a second. Sorry. What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good.
It's been a few minutes since your fight. How are you feeling?
A little sore. A little sore. I'm good. I'm good. It's walked out, no injuries. I'll probably hurt a little bit tomorrow, but I feel pretty good.
Did you expect to go 3 rounds?
No, God, I really didn't. Hats off to Rodolfo. He hit his cardio. I was like, how are you still standing? And then I hit him with some hellacious body shots, man. I hit him with one, and he made this weird noise. And I told him, go down. And he wouldn't go down. I just talked to him in the back, and he was like, I almost went down, but I wouldn't let myself do it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I got hit, and I almost went down, but I had to make myself stand up. I was like, I respect it, but you just cost me $50K, bro. So, thanks.
Your takedown defense was phenomenal tonight. Every time I went into Extreme Couture, you were with all of the best wrestlers in the gym. Was that the game plan?
Yeah, man. We knew that I felt confident on the feet. I feel like I can fight most people, 70, 85, a couple 205ers on my feet. I'm supremely confident in my ability to stand. We just knew that I didn't want to grapple Rodolfo Vieira. So I'm not going to catch him in grappling. So the only thing that leaves, he can't catch me in stand-up. The only thing that left was wrestling. Who's going to be the better wrestler? So the last 2-3 years, Nate Pettit specifically has really put a lot of time and effort into my wrestling. And I'm much, much different than I was in 2019. And, that's a very good feeling for me.
Is it good? You've been knocking everybody out. So is it good to show the newer fans that don't know Chris Curtis that you can go 15 minutes if need be?
Not really. I wanted my bonus, but I can go 25 minutes, man. I've got 6, 7, 25-minute fights, 5-round fights. Cardio is never going to be an issue for me, especially at 185. I think I out cardio 95% of this division. But I got some extra UFC cage time. I don't mind it too much. My only real sad moment is I really wanted that bonus.
Joaquin Buckley tweeted and said he wants you next. Is that a fight that interests you?
That's weird. He was just training with us before. All right, that's whatever. Not really thinking about Joaquin Buckley right now, but all right. Weird flex.
When would you like to get? And it's been a long camp. I know you've been talking about it. You've been wrestling for a minute now. When would you like to get back in?
Actually, in hindsight, me and Joaquin Buckley would be a fun fight. And Joaquin Buckley knows I like Joaquin Buckley, so it'd be a fun fight. That'd be a bonus fight. Second, I want to get 3 more fights in this year. I wanted to get 6 in this year, and with scheduling and injuries, it kind of screwed me on that one. There is a fight in Utah or coming up. Let me fight Utah. If that something happens, let me fight there. Isn't there Arizona after that? Let me do that. I feel fine. If someone dies on fight week, I'll fight. Just give me. I want to get at least 2 or 3 more this year. Please.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. You mentioned you didn't think it would go 3 rounds. What kind of fight did you picture?
Either myself getting strangled in the first round or me knocking him out in the second round. I really hadn't made any assumptions for round 3 because in none of the millions of times I played this in my head did it go to decisions. I was like, oh, that's all right. Didn't plan for that one. That's cool. Way to throw the monkey wrench in there, but never once did I imagine it go 3 rounds.
Do you ever imagine a fight going to decision? Is that a thing?
There are some people who are just durable. There are really stupid people who are just insanely durable. So sometimes if you guys remember back in the day when the UFC people would come on the screen, the UFC, and it had the 3 little stat bars, and the first guy's first stat would be really durable, really tough, and I'm like, oh shit, he's just gonna get beat up for 15 minutes. Yeah. So some dudes are just there to be beat up. They just don't care. So sometimes you're kind of aware he's not gonna go away, but I didn't honestly think his cardio would last, and I thought I could put on more damage than I did. I feel I did a decent amount of damage. He was just tougher than I thought, and the 20 takedown attempts kind of stifle your offense a little bit.
Thank you.
When you say you want to keep getting back in there, you want to get a lot of these fights, is that just obviously for the money side, or is it that you feel you just want, you enjoy the growth, you enjoy the fighting? What's the big push behind getting lots and lots of fights in this year?
I'm 34. I enjoy money and I enjoy violence. Like that's it. Like I'm not gonna have 13 years in this company. I got here super late, so I am trying to make up for lost time. So if I can keep burning through contracts, then I will gladly keep going, burn through my next contract, get a new one, make more money, burn through that. I'm trying to fight as much as possible, as quick as possible. I've got 4 more years left in this, maybe, like 4 more good years left, so maybe 5 if I'm lucky. So I really want to make as much money as I can, get as big as I can, make it big as a name as I can. I don't get to enjoy the limelight as much as everybody else, so I got to make the most of it now.
Was that always sort of the time frame that you had, or is that something you just, as you're feeling out your body, you're like, oh, I probably want 4 or 5 more? I mean, you got like freak of natures like Glover Teixeira that's doing it, in mid-40s or whatever his age is, I mean, but where was that time frame for you?
Well, Glover, I mean, it's a little bit easier as you get heavier. Like as you go up in weight, like the athleticism requirements kind of get blurry. But for me, man, I've been professional for 13 years. I've been fighting for 15 years now. I'm held together with willpower and like duct tape, man. Especially the way I train. Like it's just, I train really hard. I train a lot. Strickland will tell you I train apparently too much most of the time. So I just know that's not really the most sustainable thing I can do. And I still feel good. I feel great. But, you wake up, everything hurts a little bit more, like a little bit slower to get out of bed. So I'm kind of aware that like that clock is running. So
yeah.
By 40, I think, we'll be looking at seriously like, hey, man, like what are we doing at this point? Like, so we got to make something happen before then.
And you brought up training partners. Is that, a freak, weird thing is where you have somebody that you maybe just were in their training, maybe you guys weren't deep partners or whatever, and like you said, it's kind of a weird flex for a guy that you're just training. Is that something that happens often? That doesn't normally happen around a gym, right?
I don't know. I think he may be mad about him fighting Albert, and I'm like, I had nothing to do with that. Like, all right, bro. Like, I thought we were friends. It's fine, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'll fight my friends. It's no biggie. Like, I'll fight my mom if you guys paid me enough. So it's nothing. Like, it happens. I feel like it happens more than you think. People are just like, okay, whatever. But I'll keep it on my radar. But right now, I don't really give a fuck about Joaquin Buckley right now, honestly.
Awesome. Well, we're definitely not going to push for you to fight your mom,
Hey, my mom's got hands.
Does she?
You don't understand the ass whoopings I took growing up. Like, my mom's got hands.
That's awesome. Congrats on the victory.
Thanks, guys.